Ooh boy.
I owe you an apology.
Sorry?
I screwed up. I nearly got you killed. The things I used to calculate as easily as turning a screwdriver, they're foggy now. The numbers don't work themselves out like they used to. I haven't been myself for a long time, but I haven't needed to be. It's been me and this cursed place I created and nothing else for decades. But now, knowing that whatever caused the mass hallucination is still out there,
I need to know what it is, and why the remnants are connected to it. Francis was right about the remnant and the mass hallucinations paired signals. If we can get them together, maybe they'll cancel each other out and you'll be free. It's a shaky theory at best, but it's the only lead we've got for now. You can do nothing and twiddle your thumbs until that remnant drives you mad. Or, if you're willing to work with me, I'll give you the best chance to survive this thing. Think it through. And fix up your car while you're doing it. You'll need to for whatever you decide from here.
Well, I was trying to, get to the gateway. And those never really... I'm always in a desperate rush to get to the gateway. I suppose even when I don't need to be in a desperate rush, I'm still in one. No matter what the collateral damage is. Even if it's a flat tire. Well, flat tires are simple enough. But before I go about fixing it... Is it a jukebox? Okay, let's see how much I got here. Ooh. Let me see here. I can afford to do this. Yeah, it's a steel door right there. What's this thing? Uppy's Newman tube. Oh, and what's this? A matter deconstructor? Well, I need a gear, but I can afford it. Energy efficient, economical, and probably even ethical. The matter deconstructor will recycle car components in seconds. Do be careful not to get your hand caught in the suspension matrix. Supposed to go back to Sierra, but I don't know. Oops. Oh well. Worked anyway. Now I needed gears. There we go, that's 3 of the 4 gears I need. My matter deconstructor. How am I gonna put this thing? I gotta put it somewhere, and there's no obvious place for it anywhere. Unless it's here. Now let me see what it makes of some of these old components I got stored here, like this one, for example. I see what it does. It automatically scraps stuff. Something I've been meaning to try out. This hand vac here. Ooh. It really sucks. Get it? Alright. There's a couple of things. This really opens stuff up here. Now let me see. A summer tire. Yeah, I've been itching to try and get those built. Finally replace that spare. Now let me see, is there anything else that I can afford to research? I know the bumper is another car of an abductor anomaly? I've never seen one of those before. But whatever, I can't research. Headlights. Wait a second. Replacement kits. Maybe a light replacement. Oh, I didn't know I could back out. And what's the rest of this over here? Oh, yeah. And there's another level to the antenna. Oh, this is really interesting. But I suppose what I really ought to do is find something fix something what I need immediately, like now. And since one of the light bulbs is out, so if I had to guess, I'd say that a light replacement kit is what I need to replace the. Oh, I need a bulb. I should be able to get a bulb. Oh, that's how where you use pressurized cartridges. Okay, there's one bulb. Light replacement kits. Now, theoretically, I should be able to use this. Let me just equip it. There we go. That was real nice. Okay, well. You know, maybe what I ought to do. I mean, I know I don't have a steel bumper blueprint, but what if I were to just straight up junk this thing, you know, to save on repair putty? Didn't need to do that. I suppose it would be remiss of me if I didn't go dumpster diving. Alright, Oscar, what do you got for me? I appreciate the thought, but the problem is I've already researched the steel panel. So all this here, oh, my crude panel. Yeah, I was thinking of just not repairing it and instead using steel panels. Oh, and while I'm at it, I ought to actually, I need a sealing kit for my summer tire. There we go. And speaking of tires, just make one of... Oh, I need a gear. There we go. Now I can finally get rid of that donut. There we are. I suppose since the spare tire is in such shabby condition, I can just destruct the thing. Yeah, scrap it for its rubber. That thing is always in my way, isn't it? I'm gonna put this thing nice out of the way. Maybe somewhere like here? That'll be fine. So let me just I've already got like one steel bumper equipped and another steel panel. Oh wait. Oh, right, I meant to replace the front bumper too, didn't I? Well, it'll have to be another crude bumper. There we go. Now this panel is on its last legs. Didn't owe me a thing. This scrap and stuff reminds me I got a whole other car out there to scrap. Maybe I'll get some steel parts out of it, he said as he totally got some steel parts out of it. It's funny, I don't think I've ever used... I don't think I've used that fuel can once since my last drive, or maybe a couple of drives ago. I haven't been running low on fuel. But I'm gonna need all the steel I can get if I'm gonna carry off this plan. Shame I can't just remove the steel door and use it. Okay, that was a nice haul. Okay, one steel panel. Just a couple of steel sheets. Now this crude door, I can do without it too. But now I can replace it with a steel door. I already heard this one. Okay. Take off this panel. I'll get that duct tape later. Boy, this game really likes throwing stuff at you. Okay, I'll take this door off, replace it with a steel door. What's this do? Oh, here we go. Much more effective. I think I've been using the E key all this time. Oh, those steel doors only need one. That makes things a lot easier. I just put this thing on. I mean, it wasn't included in the original car, was it? But I'm going to replace it with a steel door. There we go. I didn't mean to do it that way. Maybe if I had something where I actually could carry entire car parts in it, like some sort of improved backpack. Can I make steel? I can. Oh joy. Is there anything else besides the bumpers that are that's crude? Well, just this door. just gets better and better. And there we go. Much improved. Although this headlight's a little bit iffy. This is that crude bumper. Maybe that wasn't as worth it as it. Well, then again, chemicals are kind of hard to come by. So this probably was the right. That probably was the right thing to do. And you need chemicals to make repair putty. That's why I'm not repairing everything I could, because it's not in bad enough shape to need repair. Put this. Actually, no. I'm going to take the vacuum cleaner and put it in here. So, what have we learned today? Oh, about car part status. Yeah, we've had flat tires and broken headlights and quirks. Yeah, the car can develop quirks. Maybe that's why the horn kept honking after I slammed the trunk door. And we've got the pneumatube. Huh, interesting. Apparently, this one's just the same as the ones we've encountered throughout the zone. Matter deconstructor, well, we've seen what that one does. Smashed, oh yeah, broken bulb. And as for tools, the hand vac. It sucks. That is not a bad thing. Tonight's trip, yeah, I bumped into a lot. But in my defense, I was going for the gateway. I really had to get there. And I did get kind of burned by radiation, didn't I? Spark surge. Spark towers in this part of the zone are overcharged, making them even nastier. Okay. Sizzling mist. Memo, FAO Dr. Lopez, December 2nd, 1965, addendum. You are right. The presence of concentrated plasma particles is what makes the cloud so conductive. This isn't a storm like an electrical storm, like we'd expect to find in the skies above, and we do well to stamp out such colloquial descriptions. No, this is something else, something both more intense and also yet much more localized. I think with little time, it'll be quite possible for us to replicate some of this behavior in the lab setting, budget permitting. God, isn't this exciting? Our research is finally paying off. We'll get tenure for this for sure. Well, it doesn't make you fireproof, if you know what I mean. Funny how they spell behavior this way. I guess they're Canadian or British or something. Private field notes, Dr. Everett, data known. By the early 1960s, gasoline was vital to the production of electricity. Portable diesel generators became the primary way of powering the majority structures and equipment within the zone, and we were almost useless without it. Power grids were failing daily, even several times a day. Battery he's drained with preternatural speed, and even shielded equipment was frequently degrading or producing inexplicable malfunctions. Entire convoys of tankers crisscrossed the peninsula. We piped in untold gallons of this stuff every day, adding more industrial-sized piping along all the fresh water we were trying to pull in. When everything else failed, good old petrochemicals still did their job. We must have pumped so much lead into the air, into the zone, for it to scramble the omelet into the omelet it was forever making of our world. I guess that was about the time more and more animal life was dying off. God, did we make things even worse? Okay. And on that note, maybe it's time for another trip. But not necessarily to Sierra just yet. So I noticed that the car, whenever I close the trunk, the horn beeps. Let me see. The horn is honked. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. I think I noticed that I think this only happened with the trunk. So yeah, the trunk is closed, and that, for some bizarre reason, causes the horn to honk. 8 guesses remaining. Okay, yeah, well, I'll submit that as a diagnosis, sure. Huh. It says here, I'll need an electrician's kit. I don't have one of those. Alright, well, let me just put away this repair putty I'm carrying for whatever the reason. No, I still had... You know what, I might just put away these road flares. Maybe not the flare gun, I'll probably use that, but okay, let's plan our next route. What do we got?
If you're ready to do this with me, here's a spot of good news. We aren't completely helpless when it comes to the instability. Back when the zone was active, we built ways to get where we needed to go. I need you to head back towards Sierra. But don't worry, I won't make you jump into Cappy again. When you're feeling up for it, take the route back to Sierra. I'll tell you what's next once you're there.
Well, the thing is, I'm not exactly feeling that up for it right now.
The mass hallucination. I can't believe it happened again. I can't believe I missed it.
Okay, well, I'd like to map out some more of this area, including... What is this? I have no idea. But before we go there... Yeah, I've noticed that on the map, there are places that are like Sierra in terms of distance, where I have to go I have to go through somewhere else in order to get to them. But, well, there are a couple of parts of my car that I need to, what was this? Okay, yeah, this panel is in kind of shabby shape, but it's not in bad enough shape that, that I'd need to use repair putty on it. I've noticed chemicals are kind of hard to come by. But eventually I have this car upgraded, and maybe I'll learn some new things I can add to it, spruce up the shop some. It's dark out, and foggy out. And maybe then I'll be ready to go back to Sierra after I was blindsided that, well, it was dark over there last time. No idea what it's going to be this time. Okay, so obviously we're not going back to GA8.